Fox News up in D.C.
Sure. Maybe you can call Coach Salinas. Oh, I think y'all are on. Gentlemen.
Yeah, then
Sir, I know we do. We're on. We can't hear them.
they're not talking. It's on there.
I know. We're on, guys. Guys, we can't hear you. We can't hear you.
He's not talking to us. It's on there.
Okay. Now we got, okay. Gentlemen, sorry. That was a goof on our part. I was telling folks how some time back I had been speaking with Dr. Mario Salinas at the beginning of their career technology education, 109,000 square foot facility. And these kids getting jobs that they're waiting for them, like especially at the port. And some of the parents wanted these jobs as well. I'm a big fan of this effort now to try to provide the parents, the adults in the community, a chance to access these jobs. So tell me a little bit about that, Mario. But Dr. Mario Salinas, our superintendent.
Yes, we in having a discussion with Ramiro Garza, the mayor of Edinburgh, with our board, with STC and the Edinburgh Economic Development Corporation, they brought up the idea of perhaps having night classes at our arcade center for adults in our community. So it's something that we've wanted for quite some time now, especially in light of the fact that we have a state of the art career and technology center where at night it's idle, and I think we can put it to good use. I am convinced that in our area there's a lot of need for this type of program for adults. I firmly believe there's underemployment or unemployment with significant number of adults in our community, and we want to be part of a solution to make our community better for all.
Dr. Eduardo Moreno, Executive Director of Technology. We're talking about a new partnership with South Texas College. Can you describe that partnership and how it's going to work, and when do we start with this program?
Well, Dr. Moreno is here for one of the other topics.
Okay.
So
So question to you, Mario, then. Let's go back to the
Right.
STC partnership.
Right. Yes. STC is a partner in this endeavor. They're going to provide the staff, the teaching staff. We provide the facility, and they provide the teaching staff. So that's a big part of it. They have the staff to be able to offer some of these classes at night, be it welding, be it construction trades, mechanics, forklift operator, CDL, learning. We also want to be able to teach English as a second language to some of these adults that want that. So we're surveying our community right now to see what types of interest we have out there from our adult community. We presented this idea to a group of parents of about 50 parents, and they're very, very excited. They feel that this is something that can really benefit our community and benefit our community.
I know that having enough instructors has been a challenge, right, for everybody around here. I can see an opportunity where some of these instructors would might be teaching daytime and maybe moonlighting over at STC as well, right? Trying to pick up because we've seen that before. People that teach at the school also teach at the college. So when do you get started with this?
We want to get started before Christmas.
Okay.
before this program doesn't operate like a typical college where you got first semester, second semester.
Yeah.
We can start it whenever. So tomorrow we are going to go to FAR San Juan Alamo School District. They already have a program in place. So we met with them once. We're gonna go meet with them again tomorrow. We asking more questions as we get ready to start the program, get the program off the ground. And so it's we're gonna meet with the FAR people to see what is it that they did that we can replicate here in Edinburgh, so that we can have a similar program than what they have out there.
So are the parents going to be, or the adults, will they be registering through South Texas College, STC?
Correct. STC is gonna help our parents with financial aid. They're gonna help them fill out the applications to get financial aid if they need that. We're gonna do the application for the courses in conjunction with STC. So yeah, there are partners. They're all in as partners with Edinburgh CISD to get the program off the ground.
How many of the trades and skills that are teachable will be accessible to these adults? Will it be everything, pretty much the 50 plus skills and trades?
We are going to try, Sergio. We want the program to last either one semester,
Okay.
or half a year, or a full year. We don't want the program to last more than a year,
Okay.
because we want to get these adults gainfully employed as soon as possible.
Yeah.
So we're going to do programs and try to tailor them to maybe one semester or maybe a year at the most, so we can get these adults that want these type of certifications off and going to work.
Yeah, it's good to see that some of the foundational certifications are there, like you said, the English, the GED, even some classes for citizenship, that some folks are going through that process as well. But welding and commercial driver's license, man, you talk about two that they're screaming for over at the Port of Brownsville right now. More welders and commercial truck drivers. That's good. Get them trained about a year and throw them out there, right?
Those two programs for sure are we're going to offer. We're going to offer a priority to the parents of students of Edinburgh CISD. That's a priority. That doesn't mean that we're not going to open it up to the general public. We are, but we're prioritizing the parents of that have children in our school district.
For Dr. Mario Salinas, the superintendent of schools for Edinburgh CISD. Also joined by Dr. Eduardo Moreno, executive director of technology. So let's talk about the teacher incentive allotment. Let's start there.
That's why I have Dr. Moreno here. He leads the charge with that program. It's a program where we give large stipends to our teachers that do really well in the classroom, and Dr. Moreno can expand on that. Right now, what we're trying to do is include more teachers into the program. The first year we had that program, we had about 160 teachers that got that award. The second year we doubled that to almost 300, and now we want to double that as well. But Dr. Moreno can talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, lay the groundwork, Dr. Moreno. Again, tell me how big the program is now and what you hope to onboard near future.
Good morning, Sergio.
Yes, sir.
The Teacher Incentive Allotment Program, as Dr. Salinas described, is a program through the Texas Education Agency. School districts apply to be a part of it in an effort to try and provide additional monetary compensation to teachers, right? So we have to set up the metrics, the program, and get it approved by the state. Once approved, we submit our data to the state, and we designate teachers into three categories: recognized, exemplary, and master. And as Dr. Salinas mentioned, we designated about 160 teachers year one, another 230 teachers year two, and we're looking at designating over another 300 teachers in year three of the program. What this translates to is additional monetary salary compensation for teachers. Each of those levels comes with a dollar amount. The recognized level, it can be anywhere between an additional $3,000 to $9,000 per teacher. Exemplary can be $6,000 to $18,000 per teacher, and then masters can be up to $32,000 additional compensation per year for up to 5 years that the teacher is a part of the program. So last year we brought in over $4.3 million to those new and higher designations plus the previous year. So $4.3 million last year went to those teachers who were successfully incorporated in that program last year.
And Dr. Eduardo Moreno, Executive Director of Technology, he's catching us up to speed on this Texas, what's the Texas program? Yeah, the
Teacher incentive.
initiative allotment, the teacher initiative allotment. And this is legislation that was passed a few years back. Again, Mario Dr. Moreno, how many years have we been participating in this? Like 2 years, 3 years? How many years have we been doing this?
Third year of designating teachers in those 3 different levels.
Okay. I need to ask, because those are one of those metrics that I know Mario looks at. Have you noticed an improvement in teacher retention as a result of this now 2-year, going on 3-year program?
Definitely, right? Yeah. That's something that we're continuing to look at. But teacher retention in Edinburgh CISD is high. Like in any organization, you know what? There's individuals for whatever reason, may come in and out. But for someone who is designated and receiving an additional $9, $18, $32,000 a year for 5 years, that's an incentive. That's a motivator.
Yeah.
Now, what we're seeing, Sergio, is that we have staff that are teacher support staff that are going back to the classroom. For example, we have librarians with an S that have opted to go back into the classroom because it's more pay, and they want a chance to get a teacher incentive allotment, and we have other support staff that are saying, you know what, I'm going to go back to teaching. It's more money in teaching now. So with teacher retention, recruitment, that works.
Recruitment, I was going to ask you about that, because I found out that not all school districts are participating with this. No. They've decided not, right? So I would imagine that this is a magnet.
Yes, it is. Half of the school districts in the state of Texas do not participate in the teacher incentive allotment. It's a lot of work, Sergio. In fact, this morning, Dr. Moreno and I were looking at the application, making final tweaks to make sure that when we submit the application, it gets approved by the Texas Education Agency. So it's a lot of work. It's labor intensive. Half of the districts in the state of Texas do not participate in this program.
Because all the teachers are being assessed, and somebody has to review all that information and eventually separate and create a batch of qualifying teachers, right? That's right. Yeah.
We expanded the program quite a bit this year. So a lot of teachers, I'm going to say more than half of our teachers qualify for this program.
The pool of teachers went from 500 previous year to over 1,000 teachers in the eligible pool for the designations.
And
the state metrics usually designate about 30 to 40% of teachers. The state has, their own performance standards, right? They set up the parameters that we use to implement, and so they provide a lot of direction, a lot of guidance. There's a lot of technical data validation and statistics that go into that, but the state gives us direction on the percent of designations that we should be having in order to get those designations approved and successfully bring that money down to our teachers.
That's Dr. Eduardo Moreno, Executive Director of Technology, Edinburgh CISD, or Edinburgh Schools, joined by Dr. Mario Salinas, our Superintendent for Edinburgh Schools. We will find out who wins at the end of the school year, right? You will take the entire year to make the assessment and create finalists and then award that at the end of the school year, right? That's the way it works.
TDA tells us in February, March, whether or not we pass the data validation process. All right, we have to pass. It's an all or nothing. Either everybody gets designated or no one gets
We submit an application, and then in February, TA will say your application is good. Send us your assessments, and we'll determine which of your teachers are recognized for this program.
Okay. Again, of the 3 levels, the recognized level would provide a teacher an average allotment of an additional $5,000 per year for up to 5 years. Exemplary, if a teacher's deemed to be exemplary, an additional, like an allotment, an additional to their salary, $11,000 for 5 years. And a teacher that is designated as a master educator, master teacher, average allotment, $20,000 a year for over 5 years, like every year. 20,000, right? Every year.
year for 5 years.
That is amazing. Okay. I know I'm running out of time. Let's talk safety. We touched on this just a little bit last week. Mario, review metal detector and safety efforts at Edinburgh schools.
Yes,
What's going on this year?
we started using metal detectors last Monday. We've been at it for a week. We're getting better at it. It's cumbersome to have 2,000 students go through those metal detectors. We start early. As soon as the children get on campus, we run them through the metal detectors. We have them going at the 4 high schools, at the 4 comprehensive high schools, and we're getting better as every day we're going more efficient and more efficient. And we get a lot of positive feedback from our community, especially from our parents. They appreciate that we're taking an extra step to try to keep the children safe on campus.
Yeah.
In addition to the clear backpacks, these metal detectors give the parents a sense of relief, somewhat, that we're running all our students through these metal detectors to make sure that we're as safe as we can possibly be.
You know, the first thing I was thinking, I'm sorry, this is the way my mind works. I apologize. You know how these huercos, some of them, they put like these, like parecen vacas. They put like these things, these rings on their nose. We don't have that, right? We don't allow that at schools, right? Where they have the little rings.
No, that's not allowed in our dress code.
No wonder things are going slow. But no, since it's not part of it, no se puede. They can't be going with like cows with those little rings on their noses. So traffic's flowing faster at the metal detectors.
It's good. We're getting better. We're getting more efficient as we get used to these procedures.
Yes, sir. Dr. Moreno, I want to give you a chance for a closing thought. I have a few seconds left. Anything else you want folks to know about the teacher incentive allotment we should know?
We're working hard for teachers to try and increase their monetary compensation. This is a state initiative to try and get teachers to $100,000 a year. It is for that purpose, to try and increase teacher salary.
Amazing. Thanks for joining us, Dr. Moreno. It's a pleasure speaking with you. Mario, final thought, about 30 seconds. Dr. Moreno Salinas.
Go Cowboys.
Ahora sí, right? Ahora sí.
Ahora sí.
Coming.
I'm back on the bandwagon.
Yeah, there we go. Coming out of the rain gutter. Here we go.
I'm back on the bandwagon.
Okay. Who are they facing next? What's next, Freddie? You don't know? Freddie doesn't have the Cowboy schedule. And good for you, Freddie. You don't have the Cowboy schedule up on the wall. Mario. Thank you. Dr. Mario Salinas, Superintendent of Schools of Edinburgh CISD, and Dr. Eduardo Moreno, Executive Director of Technology for Edinburgh Schools. The Sergio Show on Newstalk 710 KURV. This hour made possible by Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing. Coming up on 10 o'clock.